Okay, so in continuing on with our conversation with the prosecution, all right, here we go.
You are willing to show the whole 7-Eleven video? I am, yes. Okay.
Okay, so he was saying that he's willing to show the entire 7-Eleven video, but that's a lie, or that's um, the entire 7-Eleven video is basically up to him. What he considers important and what he, um, you know, that looks at as valuable evidence. So if he sees something on the 7-Eleven video that's not in his favor, then they're not going to show it. Because I'm representing myself, um, they sent me the evidence that they were going to show, right? And the evidence that they sent me to show against me was the Facebook video, which starts off with the fight already started, right? And one photo of the surveillance video. That's it. That's the evidence. As regard to the surveillance video, they say, okay, we showed the surveillance video. This is the whole surveillance video. So the only part of the surveillance video that interests their case is what they're going to show. And because their client was so criminally toxic, that the only part of the 20-minute long surveillance video, which has 6 cameras that shows the parking lot, every aisle in the store, every premise of the 7-Eleven, from the time where I took my first step onto the parking lot, onto the property of the 7-Eleven, right? And from the time he, the criminal, who chased in another individual for his own purpose in going into the store, was to one, commit bodily harm, to severe body injure somebody, or to commit a murder, or to terrorize. Right? That was his only reasoning of being in the 7-Eleven. This is the client. This is what the Commonwealth of Massachusetts chose to take the side of. He take the side and protect his rights, right? The rights of a criminal against me, who has 0 criminal record, who's never been arrested in Massachusetts, who went to high school in Massachusetts, never been arrested, who went to junior high in Massachusetts, never been arrested, who went to elementary school and was never arrested, who went to college and was never arrested. But who did they chose to protect? They chose to protect the right of a criminal who was there that night chasing an individual into the store that pleaded for help, right? So this is what so he was so criminally toxic that they could only afford, right, to show one photo, one screenshot of one camera. So there's 6 cameras. They can only afford to show one screenshot of one of the cameras. That's how criminally toxic he was. And to them, that's the whole footage. So when he says the whole footage, he means the whole footage that is valuable to our case. And that's the only footage that they can use. So they can say, yeah, we have the surveillance video here, this one. So, these people, they have no one looking over them. They can do whatever they want, right? And make the case however they want. There's no accountability over them. So let me go on to the interview. Hold on one second. Not the interview, but our little conversation we had. One second.
No, I'm not asking for advice. I'm not asking for advice. I'm saying that you're accusing me of a crime. Is that correct? I mean, yes, you are charged with a crime. Okay. And why do you think I committed a crime? Well, we have video evidence that we would seek to present before a judge or a jury that we believe is sufficient to charge you with strangulation. Okay. Now, you have video evidence. You're talking about the Facebook post that you sent me? Yes, the Facebook video and the 7-Eleven video. Okay, now
Okay, so again, he said the Facebook video, which they sent me as evidence, proof that he's lying. They never sent me the other video except for one screenshot, right? So they're going to call that one screenshot the 7-Eleven video. And that's all they're going to use. So I caught him on his lie.
Facebook video starts off with the fight already started. So how is that evidence? I mean, this is all for a jury to decide, Mr. Turner. Okay, so you are willing to show the whole 7-Eleven video? I am, yes. Okay. Are you aware that your client was chasing in a homosexual into the store? That was his whole purpose of being there? I don't, Mr. Turner, I don't represent anyone.
Okay, so now I'm letting him know that his client was committing a crime. So now he's taking steps back. I don't represent anyone. I'm the innocent one here. You know, instead of saying, well, I saw the video, right? When it goes on, he's going to say he saw the video, right? Instead of saying, that's not true. I saw the video of all the videos. He was not committing any crimes, and he wasn't chasing anyone. So instead of denying, right, he sought shelter. His guilt trip wanted to, he wanted to move himself away from the criminal. He said, no, I have nothing to do with this. I don't represent him. All right, let's go.
Commonwealth of I understand that. Even though there may be, you said you saw the video. You said you saw the video. Okay, now did you see enough of the video that showed your client going into the 7-Eleven? I did see the video where he goes into the 7-Eleven. Okay.
Okay, so he said yes. First he said, yes, I saw the video. And then I said, did you see enough of the video? You know, and he said, yes, I did see him go into the 7-Eleven video. So now I'm going to change up the question. So I'm going to ask him, so how did he go into the 7-Eleven video? So now you've seen before when I said your client was committing a crime, he never denied it. What did he do? He chose to remove himself from him, as to say, no, he's not my client, right? What does that also do? If his client was committing a crime, it does not have to be self-defense. He doesn't have to be assaulting my brother, which is also self-defense, going to defend my family. Because I have my products with me, I'm defending my property, right? I'm not going to run and leave my property, you know? So it gives me room, even if you don't see it as self-defense, if you don't see it as me defending my brother, who is handicapped, by the way, right? Who he assaults, my brother is handicapped. If you don't see that, at least you can know that at this moment, he was committing crimes. And he does not, the detective, or this gentleman, or this racist, this professional racist, because he's a professional racist, this is how he makes his money, off of black on black violence. So I call him the professional racist. He looks his job is to lock up as many black men as possible, right? Um, he distanced himself when I said, "Did you know your client was committing crimes?" He tried to. The first thing he did, he didn't say, "No, that's not true. I have all the tapes, and I will send you the tapes." That's what he could have said. I could send you the tapes. He's not committing any crimes, and you're the one who committed crimes on him. So send me the tapes. Why would they send me the Facebook video without sending me the 7-Eleven video? Right? One screenshot of the 7-Eleven. So they did send me the 7-Eleven video, but it wasn't in video form. It was one screenshot of one camera, even though there's 6 cameras, and it's in video form. They sent me video form of the Facebook post that doesn't show the complete fight, it just shows the fight. And it shows me ending the fight. That's all it does. It shows me ending the fight. Right? So they're trying to use that and say, oh, you strangled him, you're guilty. But it doesn't matter whatever he did at that time. But it does, because if he's committing a crime at that moment, then it only makes me a good Samaritan. Let's go.
Now,
Either way, Mr.
okay, now, was he chasing an individual into the 7-Eleven?
Mr. Turner, with all due respect,
Is it?
Okay, with all due respect, he could answer the question. With all due respect, you can answer the question. Yes or no? It's not a hard question.
Yes or no? It's a yes or no. Was your client chasing an individual in the 7-Eleven? That's all I'm asking. Was it a yes?
I understand.
Yes or no?
He understands. Answer the question.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
I'm not.
It's an easy question. It's an easy question.
These are questions for a jury.
I am at.
Okay. You have the this guy here, right? He has years and years of law school. The judge has years and years of law school, right? How many years does the jury have? 0 years, right? So they have no experience in law or anything, right? So they can be easily manipulated by this guy. So he's the Muppet master, and the jury is the one who's gonna fall for his tricks, right? But so instead of, he's the professional because he has years and years of law school. So why can't you determine how an individual enters a store? It's an easy question. If he enters it a normal way, just say he walks in normally, and I don't know what you're talking about. I'll send you the tapes. I'll send you all the surveillance video tapes. Okay, let's go.
I'm asking from what you saw. I'm asking you your personal opinion. It's an easy question.
It's not my position to give my personal opinion.
Okay, so he says, it's not my decision to give my personal opinion. Then whose decision is it? So he has somebody who's over him. So this is not about justice, because if it was about justice, then he would be like, oh, let me look into this. Let me look at the surveillance video one more time. You might have a point. I'm just here for justice. I'm just here to make sure who the real criminal is, who's not the real criminal. But instead of saying that, he said it's not my decision. So, in other words, finding justice and is not his goal. His goal is not to find justice, because his goal is to follow whoever's decision it was, to whatever he's talking about, because it's clearly not his decision.
It's for a jury to decide.
Yeah, but isn't that an easy question? What?
The jury. Who's the jury? The ignorant one. The jury is the one with no years of law school. So it's for the jury. It's for the ignorant. So he's saying it's for the ignorant to decide. But why can't you decide? We're just having a conversation. Why are you being so nervous? We're just having a conversation.
Can you say yes or no? Okay. How many people was assaulted in this during this? Was it just one individual?
The allegation is one, yes.
The allegation is one. His trickery is again. He said the allegation is one. But he knows that there was more than one person that being assaulted, because he's covering it up. He's covering up the person that was chased into the store, that's one person assaulted. He's covering it up because when I walked into the store, after seeing my brother being assaulted and confronting my brother and seeing what was going on, I walked into the store, and this individual was assaulting a person was blocking my pathway to go in while he was assaulting this individual. He turns into me face to face with a clenching of the fist. You know, this is the definition of an assault. When you the clenching of the fist and to be in someone's personal space, that can be considered as an assault. What did I choose to do? I chose to walk away. One reason, I had no choice because I was carrying all my products with me. My hands wasn't free to protect myself. So that's the only thing I could do at that time. So I walked away, and I walked past him, and I tried to pretend like I was trying to buy something because he doesn't know the person he just assaulted was my brother. He doesn't know that, right? So, and I'm just watching things from afar and from the aisle, and this white guy comes in, and he's like, yo, leave him alone. Why don't you leave him alone? Blah, blah, blah. And then they start getting into it. They almost get into a fight. They're face to face, almost get into a fight. At this time, the gay guy, he runs out of the store. While they're hustling him down, he runs out. So he gets away. I go out the store at this time. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm getting out. I'm out. So I say to myself, let me just stay around because my brother, he's handicapped. You know, he gets money from the state. That's how much handicapped he is. He gets money from the state, and he begs because he doesn't really have his mind right to do anything else. So he begs for money. So that's why he was at the door that day. So I was like, okay, so let me just wait around to make sure he's okay before I go home. So the white guy comes out of the store, and the guy follows him. Right? He blocks his way. He chases him to his store, to his car, blocks his way from entering the door. So he goes around the other side, his passenger side, and climbs in, and locks the door, and drives away. And the criminal, he's banging on the window. So I'm thinking everything's done. You know, the original guy he was chasing got away. The white guy he was just assaulting right then just drove off. And then all of a sudden, he comes from the parking. Me and my brother's on the steps. He comes from the parking lot and goes back to my brother. Right? So my brother runs behind me and was like, yo, you got to deal with him. That's my brother. And then that's when he comes after me, and that's when I had to protect myself. I gave him another chance, so that's the second chance. I gave him another chance because he came to me, and I had to give him a mean look. I gave him a mean look to say, I'm not going to run like these other guys. Right? And then he turns, he walks away. And then he comes back as if to say, yo, I'll call your bluff. I called your bluff. You know? So that was the third time. And then, that's when we got into it. Okay, let's continue.
Okay, one individual for that whole night. So you're denying somebody was being chased into the 7-Eleven. You're denying somebody was being assaulted, right?
Mr. Turner, these are all questions you have the opportunity to cross-examine on during the trial. I'm really just a neutral representative for the Commonwealth.
Okay, now he's getting the guilt trip again. First he got the guilt trip when I said, did you know that your client was chasing an individual? And he said, instead of saying, no, my client did nothing like that. I saw the messages. I saw the video. I'll send you a copy of the video, and you can see for yourself that you was the one in the wrong, right? He doesn't say any of that, right? And they don't send me. The only copy they send me of what they're going to use, what they plan on using, was the Facebook post. That's what they sent me. The Facebook post and one photo that makes me look like I'm creeping up behind them, which I'm not doing. I use a wrestling move. It's called a arm drag. It's similar to an arm drag without pulling on his arm, because he was in the position with his fist up like this, his back at a certain angle that gave me the room that I could arm drag him and get his back, So you know, not the, I think I lost my thought what I was saying. So, yeah, so he's, distances himself. Instead of saying, you're wrong, he doesn't even say that. He goes back to himself. No, no, no. It's me. I'm the good one. No, no, no. No. I'm not representing him. So every time I mention the criminal, he said, no. Don't put me next to the criminal. But you're defending the criminal. So you take on his crime if you're defending him. And because there's no way you can win this case without, one, obstruction of justice. Abating and abiding a criminal. And two, obstruction of justice, by hiding the surveillance video. There are only two ways you can win this case: obstruction of justice and abating and abiding a criminal. So you take on his crimes. So yes, you do. So he this is the second time he tries to distance himself. No, I'm neutral. I have nothing to do with this.
You're not neutral because you say you have video, right? Did you witness my brother with his hands up as your client was assaulting him? Did you witness that in the video?
This is all.
Easy answer. You can say I didn't see any of that. I didn't see any other sort. I'll send you the video, and then let me, Mr. Turner, let me go and I'll look at the video again, and then we can talk about this tomorrow. Let me look at the video again. He didn't say any of that.
These are all matters to be litigated.
No. I'm asking you what you witnessed. I'm asking you your opinion. I'm not asking anything about the Commonwealth. I'm asking you saw the video. Yes or no?
Sir, I'm not going to give you my personal opinion on
So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna give you my personal opinion. You saw the video. You're the one with 4 or more years of law school.
No. It's not an opinion. It's did you witness my brother with his hands up in the air
Mr. Turner.
while your client was assaulting him?
Mr. Turner, these are all matters to be litigated at trial. Either way, we are on for jury trial on the 11th.
Okay, one more question. Why do you need a Facebook post if you have 6 professionally, strategically placed cameras all throughout the 7-Eleven? Why do you need a Facebook post with somebody's personal camera?
Either way, it is part of the...
He started here to think about it. He was like, he didn't know what to answer. He knows what to answer. He's hiding his agenda. He's hiding his agenda. And that is to lock up as many black people as possible.
evidence that was turned
But why do you need it? If you have 6 cameras, why do you need a Facebook post?
We can litigate this before a judge, Mr. Turner, okay?
Okay, now his arrogance come out. He gets mad, and that's the end of the conversation. All right, so let me know what you think. Send a message, and we'll talk to you later.